Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Tools Thursday. I'm going to share a tool that's free. I love tools, but I love free tools even more. Um, a free tool that allows you to deliver your content for free. When I say content, it could be your freebie, for example. It could be something that you're wanting to give away that you don't necessarily want someone to opt in for, if you have a course and you have worksheets or checklists or spreadsheets or any of that, where you're wanting to deliver that content as quickly and easily without bringing it somewhere and paying for that storage so that you can deliver it. So this tool's free, and you might have heard of it. So as you guys are coming in, just give me a shout out. Where are you today? And if you've never been on one of my shows before, I'd like to say welcome, and just drop in hashtag new in the area down under, so that I can say, hey. So we have Beck Baker. Hey, Beck, good to see you. Glad you're here. Let's see, a couple other things I wanted to share real quick before we got into this. All right, so guys, is the video blurry to you? Someone just shared with me that it was blurry. I am currently in the middle of nowhere where the internet is not all that awesome. So some of you who've been regulars on my shows you're probably aware that I'm in Virginia, taking care of my almost 96-year-old dad. He's in need of 24/7 care right now, so I've been helping him out. Oh my goodness, Jane, I am so excited to see your name. Girl, we need to catch up. It has been forever. So it is so good to see you. So we've got Sherilyn from Billings, Montana. Okay, good. It was blurry, but now it's not. Okay. Well, I was getting ready to say I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's like you go to the middle of nowhere and hang a left and keep driving. And, that's what I mean by the middle of nowhere. So the internet here is not super awesome. All right, let me see if I can fix that. I have a couple of options on the internet. So let me see if I can do something here to see if it makes it any better. So, all right, we've got Mexico. Let's see, Veronica from Mexico. Excellent. Well, welcome, guys. Okay, so I love sharing great tools. I'm always about amazing tools. And more specifically, I like to paint the possibilities of what you can do with tools, because sometimes you don't you don't milk tools, maybe is the best way to say it, because you don't know what's possible. So I'm going to go over a couple of I'm going to share the tool with you. I'm going to show you some ways that you can potentially leverage it. Not just from a tools perspective, from a delivery perspective, let me restate that, from a delivery perspective, but also how you could leverage this tool from a content perspective that you might not have thought of. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you're interested in all of that stuff, if that sounds good, then you're in the right place. I do have one quick favor to ask of you guys. If you would sprinkle this out into the world, if you know somebody that would get value from this, that's maybe been moaning about, hey, I don't know how to deliver my freebie, or something like that, then share it, tag them, whatever makes the most sense. All right. Okay. So I'm going to pull up my screen and I'm going to walk you through a couple of scenarios. Okay. So let me pull up my screen here. This is one of my freebies. And if you guys want to walk along with me through this process, feel free to go to, let me pull it up here. It's kimgorst.com/FB group graphics. We use this freebie as a way to funnel people into something that we knew they were interested in, to segment people essentially, so that we would know that they were interested in Facebook groups. So we created this freebie. It's 14 Facebook group graphics that'll double or even triple your engagement. You feel free to go download that. This is an opt-in, but again, it'll help you do the walkthrough with me. But I'm going to show it to you too, so you don't necessarily have to do it again, just throwing it out there if you want to. And on the backside, you would obviously get the 14 Facebook group graphics. But the reason we set it up like this was so that we could identify people who were interested in Facebook groups. And then, of course, we ultimately upsold them into my Facebook groups for your, I think it's Facebook groups for business course. So that was the intent. The hint here for you guys, if you do have something that's value-based, that's free, that will lead to something that's higher priced in your business, this is a good strategy, okay? But anyway, I'm deviating a little bit from my core, what I want to share with you today. But again, from a strategy perspective, I always like to flesh out the possible so you can kind of see the behind the scenes of how this works. Okay, so this is an opt-in. What I'm getting ready to share with you doesn't necessarily have to have an opt-in on the front side. You could just leverage the power of a link. But anyway, this will make more sense in just a moment. So if you click the yes, please, you pop in your name and email address kind of thing. You get the thank you page, and then you get an email that says, here it is, right? And that's the standard of how an opt-in would work. When I click on give me my Facebook group graphics, it would open up and give me this. So this is what I want you guys to really key in on. What I want to share with you today is you can use Google Docs for so many things, including delivering content for free. Okay, so you can deliver your opt-ins like this. You could deliver worksheets or checklists or anything, because every Google Doc has its own unique URL. And as you can see, have my opt-in set up to where I'm directing them directly to a Google Doc. So now, when you may be thinking, oh my goodness, well, if it's a Google Doc, what happens? Like if I have the Google Doc, can't they edit it? And then what's going to happen if somebody comes behind them and I'm trying to give them the same thing, and now it's somebody else has edited it and it's not the same as the original? Well, this is what I really want to focus on, is the fact that you can create a Google Doc regardless of what's in the content, whatever it's a worksheet or a checklist or anything, which I'm going to paint some more possibles there in just a moment. And then you can, when they ask for it, you can force them to copy it into their Google documents so that it doesn't mess with your original. And that's what I want to share. One, that you can use Google Docs to deliver your content. Two, the steps for forcing them to copy the original instead of getting the original. Is that making sense? Because you need to make sure that you're forcing them to copy it so that they don't mess up your original. And somebody comes behind them and it's like, okay, well, that's not what I thought I was getting, kind of thing. Okay. So I'm going to show you how you force somebody to copy it. Now, as you can see from the email, here's the email that I was just sharing with you. Here's the little red button that says, give me my stuff. When I click on that, it opens up and says, hey, you got to copy this. So if I click on make a copy, it'll open it up, and here it is. Now, I'm going to walk you through the process of how you force someone to copy it in just a minute, but I want to paint some possibles with Google Docs right quick. Google Docs allows us to create all sorts of content. Now, I'm going to enlarge this a little bit because a lot of people don't realize that you can create images inside of Google Docs and deliver them inside of Google Docs. So in this particular case, we created these images, and I'm just going to scroll down. I'll show you some of them. This is an animated one. These are some of the images, like I say, that we created for engagement for Facebook groups. And they are fully editable. In fact, we have a little slide right here that tells people how they can edit these and brand them for their group, right? You can have any size document inside of a Google Doc, like any size template. Let me restate that. Any size template. So you could do worksheets, checklists, anything. And if you can use a Word document, you can use a Google Doc. So this is a really neat little strategy, or AKA trick, if you will, because if you're trying to deliver content to someone in your community, that doesn't have certain tools that they would necessarily need for certain types of content. That would be like, let's just say visual content, for example. Let's say that my community, or the people that I'm trying to deliver and give this content to, maybe they don't have graphic design tools. Maybe they don't have Canva or Easel, for example. So giving them a free tool that they can access the content and use and leverage for free without them having to buy another tool, is the reason that one of the reasons why we have embraced the power of Google Docs. So this works for slides, it works for documents, meaning, just like a standard Word document. It works for any of the Google Suite. Okay, you can force anybody to copy any type of thing, any type of document that you create inside of the Google document ecosystem. Okay, so again, like I say, a lot of people don't realize you can create all kinds of content inside of Google Docs, to include images, and deliver them to your peeps using Google Documents and forcing the copy. So the forcing the copy is what I want to talk to you about next. Okay, so as you can see, I've got it pulled up, and if you're familiar at all with Google Docs, well, let me back up for a second. You can see in the copy up here that this is a copy. So when the person, in my case, I'm just showing you how it would look when somebody copied the file. This would be what they would see when they opened it up. It would be a copy of the original. And then if you click on share up at the top, this is how you would create, if you had your own document, for example, and you wanted to force someone, you'd created it, you wanted to force somebody to copy it when you gave them the link, whether you're having them opt in for it or if you're just giving it to them. You don't necessarily have to have somebody opt in for this to get it. So going back to some of the examples I shared before, which is the example I've laid out for you is an opt-in, which is smart if you want to deliver your opt-in for free. But let's say you have a course or anything of that nature where you have a checklist or a worksheet or something that is not gated, meaning you don't want people to have to opt in for it. You can use this same strategy. You just give them the link for it, instead of putting it into a landing page opt-in sequence. Okay. So what you would do is you would go down to this get link here, and there's a little, my brain is just not working today. Paperclip. There you go. Couldn't think of the word. Paperclip. Paperclip. Goodness, my mouth is not operating with my brain today. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you click on that little paperclip and it opens up the get link, and it'll give you a link for this particular document. But you want to click inside of this little gray area right here, click in it, and then it'll highlight, but scroll all the way over to the end. And when you get all the way over here to the end, you'll see this little word sharing. That just means if you copied this link as is without changing it, it's a shared link, meaning if you share it with somebody, they are going to be able to access it just as it is. They will not copy it. It'll be the original link. So you want to make sure that you change this, and you change this word sharing to copy. Hang on. I'm just going to put my cursor in here, and I'm going, hang on. It's being contrary here. Okay. I already said that. Okay. So I'm going to put copy. Oh, wait, I have to change this. Anyone with this link. Here we go. All right. So anyone with this link, and then change. Why is it not letting me do it? Not let me change it to copy. What am I doing wrong here? Editor, maybe? That's it, I think. Hang on. I'm doing something wrong here. Viewer, editor. All right, yeah, and then you just change this word. There you go. Just change this word to copy, and then you'll copy the link, and then voila, you will have a link that will force the copy. Hopefully, oh, there you go. Here we go. So you copy the link. This, my bad. I totally forgot this little step. So you paste the share link into your nav bar up here, and then you change it to copy, and then you copy the link again. So, and here we go. So I'm going to paste it in again. And when I do that and hit enter, now I've got a copy of it again. So that's the link that you would give someone if you wanted to force them to copy your document. Okay, so let me walk you through that again. My bad on this. So you would copy the original link, you would paste it into your nav bar, and then you would change the word sharing to copy. And that would be the link that you would use to force them to copy instead of share. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I was like, all right, why is this not working? All right, so this is what you can do to use the power of Google Docs to share your content. Is anybody like, oh my gosh, I can do this? Like, I don't have to worry about like creating a document, uploading it to my website, or putting it on Amazon S3 or anywhere else. And there you go. Oh, Rhonda's giving me some instructions here. She is saying that it needs to be everything from edit all the way over, not just changing sharing. Oh, good point. See, my team keeps me on my toes. So hang on. So let me just put this in here, up here. Let me get this in here. So it would be everything from, oh, I got the wrong thing. Give me just a second here, guys. We're going to get this right. Let me open up my screen here again. We're going to share this. So click on the little paper clip. We're going to copy the link. We're going to put it in up here. And it would be everything from edit over, y'all. So that's where you change the word to copy. Team effort here. Takes many hands to do it right, it would seem. So thank you guys for bearing with me as I fixed this little issue. Now, one other thing I'm going to just give you, hang on just a second if I can find it real quick, is the link. In fact, let me, Rhonda, if you would, just drop it in. We actually have a document that will give you the instructions so that if you get it messed up or I've messed it up and confused you in some way, we will fix that, because you'll be able to download it, see it, and you'll be able to walk through with all the instructions. So Rhonda, just if you will just drop that link in for me, sweetie. Thank you. All right. Yeah, this is really, and like I say, Google Docs, you can use Google Docs for so many amazing things. We've been using them for images in particular. That's been something that's been super easy. And the interesting thing about images, and I just want to touch on this real quick. Let me pull these back up here. Is that, you know, branding is such a big thing when it comes to visual content. And with the Go Social Content Club, we have a mechanism where people can brand their images if they're a member of the content club. But this is an easy way to deliver content to where, with some simple instructions, you can basically make uniform changes using a Google Doc. Meaning, you know, if you want to change all the color schemes, for example, inside of this Google Doc, you can do that. So there's so many really cool elements that you can do in a Google Doc that you can't do, say, like inside of Canva. So let's say you're delivering visual content. I'm just going to use a quick example, and you wanted to give people 15, 20, 25 images, Pinterest images or whatever. You know, it could be any type of content, visual content. If those were Canva templates, for example, each of those images, if you wanted to change them, they would have to be changed out individually. With a Google Doc, though, you can change things uniformly. So, if you wanted to change the color schemes of all of them, you could just click with a click of the button, or a couple of buttons, really. You could change the color schemes in a uniform way versus having to edit each individual image. So there's some interesting value propositions with Google as a mechanism to deliver visual content. So hopefully, thank you, Rhonda. So guys, just go to kimgross.com/bonus1, and that will give you, I'll just pull it up here right quick so that you can see it. It is the actual instructions. And as you can see, there is this little copy document so that you can't mess. We're emulating what we're teaching here today. And then make a copy, and it's going to come up in a minute. Here we go. Oh, no, it's the same one. Oh, sorry. Where's the instructions, Rhonda? That's what I'm asking, the instructions for actually making the copy. I think that's what I thought I was given here. Oh, Rhonda, she's like, I made a mistake. My bad, guys. We hang tight. I tell you, we are when we're operating on the fly around here, you just have things that just go wrong sometimes. So Dolores is asking a question. She's like, do you use Microsoft at all, or are you exclusively using the Google Suite? In this particular case, I'm just using the Google Suite. I don't really use Microsoft for the content delivery at all. We do use Amazon S3 quite a bit as well. But we've really been embracing this feature, the Google Doc feature, recently in particular. All right. So bear with us, guys. We're pulling that link up here for the directions for this process that I'm sharing with you. So give us just a second. Well, here we are. So it's kimgross.com/copy. So I'm going to pull it up so you guys can see it. All right. So give me just a second. Here we go. All right. So if you go to kimgross.com/forced copy, you'll see a copy of, you'll get the instructions for this strategy where you force people to copy the original so that they don't mess up your original. So you don't have to opt in for that. That's just a freebie, so that I went through a few little missteps there when I was explaining it. So I wanted to make sure you guys have it step by step. It's 3 simple steps, really. So if you're looking at this document here, as you can see, you click the share button, you click the link, the little paper clip, and you copy that link into your nav bar and change over from edit forward. Change that text just to copy, and you are set. You are in business. 3 simple steps. Anybody can do that. Vicky's asking, what system are you using for doing this training? I'm using StreamYard. So if you're interested in StreamYard, which I'm a huge fan of StreamYard, you just go to kimgross.com/StreamYard. It is a live streaming tool. It allows me to pull up the content, comments. I can share my screen, all kinds of clever things. You can put your own branding on it, etc. So it's pretty cool. And they did have a pretty decent Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. I don't know if it's still in existence. I know some people are still running with their Cyber Monday sale, so you might get a good deal. But definitely go check it out. I'm just seeing if I've missed any. Hey, pretty girl, I hope you're doing good. Thank you for adding to my... So guys, real quick, Phyllis was saying, and if you don't know Phyllis, definitely, if you're a social media manager in particular, you need to tune in and follow Phyllis, because she's brilliant. But she's just saying, I've just put a little instruction at the top to tell people to use file, make copy, and then use that copy that they created. You can do that as well. But a couple of times we had people they don't follow instructions, and then there you are. So this takes that out of the equation where they don't have a choice. If they want the content, they have to make a copy of it, and then it puts it in their ecosystem, and you don't have to worry about your original getting messed up. So, Angelica is asking about a sale. Yeah, StreamYard did have a sale. Who didn't have? I mean, y'all. Okay, so I just want your opinion real quick. I mean, it's just a personal thing, so feel free to answer if you want. I'm deviating a little bit, but so I love to see what other people are selling over Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You know, my idea of Cyber Monday and Black Friday is that, you know, they're amazing deals, like, you know, 20%, like who wants 20%? I want an amazing deal. But this year there was so many sales that everything just seemed to get lost in a sea of sale. So this is so live. So live. All right. Yeah, I don't do the recorded thing very often, or pre-recorded, almost never, in fact. So usually if you see me, I am live, or if it's you watch on the replay, obviously, which some people do. All right. Well, I hope this has been helpful. Like I say, this is just a little trick. It's a way for you to deliver content for free, protect your original without, you know, having it get messed up. And I wanted to point out how you can leverage the power of Google, the Google ecosystem, in some unique ways. Like you could do checklists or worksheets, or you know, obviously slides, or there's so many things. Basically, anything you can do with the traditional Microsoft platform or tools like Word or PowerPoint or anything of that nature, you can do within the Google ecosystem, which is kind of interesting. So, and it, like I say, it gives us options that we can leverage from a delivery standpoint. So definitely, if you missed it, you can watch the replay for sure. So the replay will be here. As of right now, though, I'm still live. All right. All right. Does anybody have any last minute questions? Thank you. And I saw you were from Uganda. So you guys say, hey, we have literally people from all over the world. That's always so fascinating to me that, you know, we can have a global audience. It's just an incredible, interesting phenomena. All right. Yes. So Nydia's got a great point. Saves time and you can access it anytime from anywhere. Yes. Google just never goes down, does it? I mean, can y'all remember a time when Google wasn't like up and running? I mean, you know, Facebook's had its moments where it's had its glitches, but I'm not sure Google ever goes down. So another question, what learning platform do you use to deliver content? If it's course related, all of my courses are built out on my website, and we use a learning platform or learning management system called, it's actually a plugin called Access Ally. And the reason we use that is because all my content's on my site. I own it. I don't have to worry about it being somewhere else. But the primary reason is I'm a little anal about things looking good. And so we can structure the content in the back end of our membership area to look however we want. You know, a lot of times when you're using third-party tools, you're limited in that design element. So two core reasons for me is my content's on my own platform. And then I can make it look however I want. So I can customize it however I want. So hopefully that answered that question. Thank you, Paul. Yes, I would wish the same for all of you guys. I'm actually going to try to put up a Christmas tree this weekend and get organized for Christmas. So I haven't bought the first present yet, but I'll figure it out. I'm sure Amazon is going to be my friend. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you got something good out of it that you can use. But take care of yourselves. God bless. And like I say, stay safe. See you on Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Marketing That Grows Your Business show.